Hey there, Sabrina here. In this video, I'm going to share my testimony of the time that I heard the audible voice of God and how it saved me from death, literally. This takes place 10 years ago. At this point in my life, I was very angry. I was dealing with a lot of things from childhood trauma that I was coming to terms with. I had a lot of rage, and it manifested in those days as road rage. I was constantly angry, and I was going to see my dad and my mom in Georgia. I was actually reconciling with my mom after having not spoken with her for 12 years, which that's another story in and of itself. So I was about 2 hours from my dad's house, and I turned onto this little 2-lane backcountry road, and I found myself behind a semi-truck trailer and 4 cars that were behind him, and I was the 5th car in line. Speed limit was about 55 miles an hour, which is to be expected for a little back road country, and I was getting very irritated because the semi-truck was not going the speed that I thought it should have been going, and we were under the speed limit. And it didn't take much to get me angry at this point in my life. Any little thing set me off. I was a fuse waiting to be lit. So I had it in my mind that I was going to pass the semi-truck trailer. What happened with this road, though, was something I have never experienced before in my life. So the road was very straight at the part that I was at, and it was very deceptive. What it actually was the road went straight, and then there was a hill that dipped down like this, came back up, and then the road continued straight. But the way that the road was positioned, and because it was so straight, it looked like the road went completely straight. You couldn't see that dip of a hill that went down and came back up. And so as I was passing the cars, I got the car up to 80. I mean, I was gunning it because I was determined and I was angry. So I got past the 4 cars, and I'm getting behind the part where I can start to pass the semi-truck trailer, but the dotted line is starting to run out, and it's going to be turning into a double line soon. I didn't care. I was at a point in my life where I was so self-destructive, angry, hateful. I didn't care. I was going to pass it anyway. I was like, I'm going to go for it. And so as I was going to ignore that double line and gun it, because I thought I had a clear line of vision and I could see everything and there's nobody, I'll be fine, I heard, "Get over now!" loud. It rattled me, and I immediately, without hesitation, got over behind the semi-truck trailer, and no sooner I got over behind him, that double line started, and a semi-truck trailer, another one, came up over the hill in the lane that I had just gotten out of. When I had to pull over on the side of the road that day. And when I tell you, I sat there and cried, and I cried, and I cried. I can't tell you how long I sat there and cried. I didn't have road rage after that. My road rage stopped right then and right there. And I knew that I had heard the audible voice of God, and it was terrifying. There is a reason why the people in the desert begged Moses, please don't let God talk to us. You go, you talk to him, because his voice is like thunder. It is so terrifying. My gosh. And even though my road rage stopped right then and there, I didn't exactly turn my life over to God at that point. I continued to run. I think I actually tried to run faster because of the sheer fear, that just the sheer realization of what happened that day, how close I came to dying. And I know that I would have gone straight to hell that day. That would have been a head-on collision with a semi-truck going 80 miles an hour, would have been instant death, and I would have gone straight to hell because my life was nothing but sin. I was in so much sin, so much rebellion, so much hatred, so much pride, so much unforgiveness. Oh my gosh. And I think that's what gets me to this day, is just the pure gratitude. The pure gratitude that God counted me worthy to save me. He saved me that day from hell. He saved me that day from hell. And I shouldn't have been saved. I shouldn't have. I'm not worthy enough to be saved, but he counted me worthy. He said, I'm going to save you from this. And so I'm here to tell you, whoever needs to hear this, there is nothing that God cannot save you from. There is nothing. I am convinced of it. There is nothing that you've done that he can't save you from. If anyone deserved hell more than me that day, it was me. I deserved it for everything. But he still gave me another opportunity. I tell you, the devil tormented me for years with that too. Not hearing the voice of God, but with how close I came to death. I relived that in my dreams, in visions, constantly. And the devil constantly told me, you're going to hell, you're going to hell, you're going to hell. And I was tormented like that for years after that experience, until the Lord healed me of it. And he removed the trauma from the event, and he replaced it with his love. And so now I don't have that torment from the enemy anymore. But what I'm left with is just pure gratitude of his saving grace. And I can't recount this story as many times as I've tried. I can't recount it without tearing up, because I'm still so grateful. This is still something that I praise God for each and every day, and I just thank him. Just know that the Lord loves you so much, more than you can even comprehend. Our minds cannot fathom the amount of love that God has for us. But I hope that this testimony has given you a glimpse into what that love looks like, and just a sliver of how he truly feels about each and every one of us. So if this has blessed you today, you're always welcome to subscribe for more content like this.